I grew up on a family farm, so we're very passionate about agriculture. I was involved in 4-H when I was younger and activities, and it's been my whole life actually. I've learned a lot of good work ethic and good core values from farming. We've greatly benefited from irrigation. We're able to grow crops that we're not allowed to grow on dry land because of the guaranteed water supply. I think there's a huge opportunity for expanded irrigation in Saskatchewan for two reasons. We got the best source of water at our fingertips, and we also have land that's very sustainable or suitable for irrigation. And we're just waiting on a couple things to, help grow irrigation in Saskatchewan. I think it's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen.
My involvement in agriculture in Saskatchewan started when I was growing up. I grew up on a farm in Saskatchewan, grew up in a small town, and loved farming life, and that became a big part of who I am and the things that I value. Well, our community of Moose Jaw really hasn't benefited from irrigation. Unfortunately, we're on the part of the lake of the Diefenbaker Lake that is not irrigated, but has so much potential. And as I look at communities, a good example is the Lethbridge area, Alberta, southern Alberta, and I look at what it's done for their communities, both small cities and large cities in that area of the province. We too, in our area, could have the same kind of incredible economic spin-off have we developed irrigation in our area. People need good jobs, they need high-paying jobs, they need opportunities. And what happens when you irrigate is it creates a whole new inventory of industrial plants and opportunities. So that's what communities need to focus on.
My involvement in agriculture started when I was real young. I grew up on the farm that we're now farming. On our farm, we grow a wide variety of vegetables for fresh consumption for the most part. There's about 10% that go into processing. But the big crops we grow are carrots, cabbage, sweet corn, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are our major crops on our farm. Irrigation is, in my opinion, the backbone of what we do. If we didn't have irrigation, we wouldn't even attempt to grow vegetables where we are in Saskatchewan. I think diversity through irrigation on our farms in Saskatchewan is important because it allows us to mitigate risk a little bit. Where we can diversify more into high quality hayland, row cropping, vegetables, potatoes. I think those things are important to use the land base that we have that can be irrigated and allow ourselves to create a bit more diverse agriculture in Saskatchewan.
I'm actually a third-generation farmer from Riverhurst, so I still got my dad on the farm. My grandpa was there before me, and I do farm with both of my siblings, both brothers, and their families, so we're still a family farm and operate in that manner. So our community specifically has really benefited from irrigation due to the fact that it's created jobs. As you add the irrigation, there becomes a little more management. It also brings in more business with crop inputs and fertilizer, being that we put more product on the land to produce a higher amount of yield. I think the future really is moving beyond growing some of the traditional crops that we grow and growing more higher value, getting into vegetables and type of stuff that you see in the supermarket versus ingredient-based things or export type things. So I think there's a lot of potential here to really look at home and feed our own, as well as continuing to support the world. So.